The sun's barely gone, engine scream. Monday night don't mean no dream. Dirt track prepped, clay packed tight. This town's awake for a full throttle fight. Steel and rubber, row on row. Different rides, but one thing's known. When the green flag starts to wave, only the fearless get brave. Tracks keep changing, setups too. New lines, new battles, nothing new. It's Monday Night Mayhem. Hear the thunder roar. Brought to you by Knuckleheadz Racing. Always wanting more. Cars are ready, drivers insane. Fearless under lights, born for the strain. Different cars, different tracks, same demand. Can these guys handle the changes? Hell yes they can. Hell yes they can. 1 week slick, next week rough. Short track, tight than a mile of dust. Late models, mods, sprints and flight. Every lap's a test on a Monday night. No comfort zone, no easy way. Adapt to get left in the clay. Grip disappears, lines fall apart. That's where you separate the men from the heart. It's a Monday Night Mayhem, no holding back. Knuckleheadz Racing, putting skill to the track. Under the lights, every move is loud. Fearless drivers, knuckleheads proud. Different cars, different tracks, same demand. Can these guys handle the changes? Hell yes they can. Broadcast live, calling every slide. Is Bob the man from down under, right by our side. Every pass, every bump, every stand, bringing the action coast to coast, lap by lap. When the groove fades and the cushion's gone, Knuckleheadz drivers just digging strong. It's a Monday Night Mayhem. Last lap stand. Engines wide open. Dirt on demand. Brought by Knuckleheadz, built for the test. Different rides, different tracks, still the best. Can they handle the changes? The chaos, the flame? Hell yes they can. Knuckleheadz reign. Knuckleheadz reign. Lights go dark, dust settles again, but next Monday night, mayhem wins. The sun's barely gone, engine scream. Monday night don't mean no dream. Dirt track prepped, clay packed tight. This town's awake for a full throttle fight. Steel and rubber, row on row. Different rides, but one thing's known. When the green flag starts to wave, only the fearless get brave. Tracks keep changing, setups too. New lines, new battles, nothing new. It's Monday Night Mayhem. Hear the thunder roar. Brought to you by Knuckleheadz Racing. Always wanting more. Cars are ready, drivers insane. Fearless under lights, born for the strain. Different cars, different tracks, same demand. Can these guys handle the changes? Hell yes they can. Hell yes they can. 1 week slick, next week rough. Short track, tight than a mile of dust. Late models, mods, sprints and flight. Every lap's a test on a Monday night. No comfort zone, no easy way. Adapt to get left in the clay. Grip disappears, lines fall band, bringing the action coast to coast, left by left. When the groove fades and the cushion's gone, Knuckleheadz drivers just digging strong. It's a Monday night mayhem, last lap stand, engines wide open, dirt on demand. Brought by Knuckleheadz, built for the test. Different rides, different tracks, still the best. Can they handle the changes, the chaos, the flame? Hell yes they can. Knuckleheadz reign, Knuckleheadz reign. Lights go dark, dust settles again, but next Monday night, mayhem wins.
Race fans.
All right, BobbethTV is alive. You know what that means? We've got another episode of Mudmill TV. Well, there we go, coming your way. We are currently live in Ruston, USA. Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Dirt Street Stocks at Lanier National Speedway. This is the KP Plumbing Services Sunday night showdown. They're currently in practice. Let me just there we go. We'll just fix that label up. So services is there. Let's get down to the track before I start waffling on. Let's see who we've got. About 14 drivers registered to a day. Looks like Kent McLean quick time with Jim Revis, Mike Davis, Dawson Potter, Chris Andrews, the top 5. Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald, Josh Roberts, Mikey Mixter, Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen, and Bryce Freeze. Tina Davis rounding out the 6 to 13. Jonathan at Foxworth. We may Bandit not yet out there on the track. Oh, we're on the wrong screen. We've got the webcam up. It's that one. There we go. Much better. Week off. We had a week off. No racing last week. You may be wondering, where were we? Hope everyone in the US was safe and got through the storms and the blizzards and stuff safely. Had a I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, they had the snowstorms that knocked out a lot of internet and power services, so the races were put off, cancelled. That will be held in the off week, which is going to be next week. But we're back here for normal services today. Not a full field, so obviously not everyone back on the track yet, but I had a look and there was a few another, they call it a bomb cyclone or something today in areas, a million people without power. Go down, was Chris Standridge there, still fifth quicker. 16:092 was his time, 16:327 his last time. Kent McLean 16:245. So still up there around that quick time sort of mark. 16:221 Jim Revis, a little bit quicker. So Chris Prada also registered for the race just in time. So we'll have a 15 car field. How was your weekend? Sunday night in the States, Monday morning in Australia. Or Monday afternoon, Monday noon, 12:15 in the afternoon for me. How are we all? Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you, brother, for the like. Good luck out there. Oh, that's right. I need to fix some things. That one, properties. Alright, I think I fixed that. So the weird little sound effects that everyone usually messes around with on me. They play for me, but not for you guys. So I think I fixed that. They'll play for you guys now on your side as well. It's loud. The racing comes from my speakers, so sometimes it comes through the microphone. Apologies. Alright, all 15 cars getting ready to qualify. Bright Angel, Chris Prada, Mike Davis, Chris Standridge, Cam McLean's out there. Dawson Potter, if you even mentioned him before. Cam McLean was the first time, 16.236. Wayne Bridges, 16.414. That is the bookend. You want to be quicker than 16.4. Ultimately quicker than 16.2. 16.194 for Jim Revis, though. Alternating rounds the Sunday night round, so it's Dirt Street Stocks tonight, will be UMPs next week. So sometimes some of the guys do a bit better in the Dirt Street Stocks than they do the UMPs, and vice versa. Chris Standard 16.348, 16.355. Kelly McKellen, Mikey Mixter 16.373. Mike Davis there with a 16.3 as well, 16.391, sixth quickest. Awesome Repair 88, Travis McDonald. Hasn't got a time on the board yet. Oh yeah, he does, 16.410. So that's ninth quickest at the moment. We'll have a quick look at points. See who won the prior race, which was way back. Was Limaland actually. It was the Dirt Street Stock Limaland round. Travis McDonald was the winner of that one. Supposed to take the AOL in the UMP round of Limaland, but that one is being held off. Lanier is the next two tracks. There's Tina Davis. Getting her times on. She's the 15th car to get a time on the board. Everyone else, so 16.523 is the time to beat for her. Might have tapped the wall, run out of time there. It looks like 3 minutes up as we get on over to our first lot of racing. This might be three heats, 2 of 5 and 1 of 4. Where's the grid not working? There we go. Alright, it's going to be Jim Revis and Chris Standridge on that front row. Mike Davis and Wayne Bridges, second row. Brian Angel, Chris Standridge's teammate, back on that third and final row. Heat 1, who is going to secure pole position at start in the feature race. We'll find out very soon. Riken, thank you, my man. Welcome in. Appreciate it. Oh, Dawson as well, Josh and Dawson, the likes of the broadcast. Good luck out there, boys. Both of those guys not in heat 1. Likewise, Kelly McKellen with the share, thank you. Off we go, heat 1, our first race of, first heat race of the night. This is the only round of racing to come here. The KB Plumbing Services Sunday night showdown, dirt street stocks, Lanier National Speedway. Jim Brevis off to a great start there with Chris Dandridge, Michael Bad Dog Davis, Wayne Bridges, Brian Angel. Looks like Mike and Wayne might be battling. Mike on the low line, Wayne a little bit higher, side by side. 34. Heat 1 more traditionally a follow the leader sort of race, but Jim racing down the low, Chris staying up high, so the boys are able to sort of race their own lines at the moment. Jim does seem a little quicker. Mike Davis has locked himself back into that third spot. Wayne Bridges back there at fourth up on that high line. Do look like they get a bit side by side at the end of the straightaways, but Mike got the run through, had the run through the turns. Wayne staying right alongside him that turn there as we get to the second last lap of Heat 1. It's been a fairly fairly combative heat. Jim's had to work for it. Wayne's had to work for it. Brian, Mike. Wayne, a few blinks there. Hopefully that won't affect him too much here tonight as we get to the checkered flag of Heat 1. Brian Angel in fifth. Mike Davis fourth with Wayne Bridges third. Chris Dandridge finished in... what's going on here tonight? So it's playing up. Chris Dandridge second, and Jim Revis was in first. Just check something here. Okay. Live sessions. Maybe that might be the issue with the overlays and stuff. There was an update this morning, and sometimes that can break things. All right, Ken McLean and Kelly McKellen at front row of this one. Josh Roberts, Ken McLean's teammate, and Jonathan Foxworth on that second row. Bryce Freeze on that third and final row. Oh, Vic NZ, Dave! Part raid. Nice, man. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Coming in to check out some iRacing here. I tried to stream some GTA yesterday, some Fat Duck, and my CPU did not like it at all. It was cooking. CPU usage at 100. What were you doing, man? No worries. Yeah, do that, man. Do that. Escape from Tarkov. Hopefully that shout out's going to work. Actually, it might go out to all the chats. That's going to break. It's not going to work on Facebook and YouTube, Bob. Should have just done it on the Twitch chat. There we go. But yeah, definitely give Vic NZ a follow as we get Heat 2 underway. Second lap just about done. Third lap up. 3 to go after that. It is Bryce Freeze in the race lead. Ken McLean, Kelly McKellen, Jonathan Fox. No, I think that might be a telemetry issue there. Ken McLean is our race leader with Kelly McKellen. And it looks like Jonathan Foxworth in third. Josh Robertson third. Jonathan Foxworth maybe. Jonathan Foxworth moving up into third. Josh Roberts fourth. And Bryson Freeze back to five. It's all fixed up now with 3 to go. Just realised we've been on the static track cams for a bit there. Let's try and get the last 2 laps in a bit more stylish and watch this race. Kelly tried to keep up with Kent there, who looking to score that second front row spot. Oh, Jonathan Foxworth trying to be as wide as he can be to keep Josh Roberts behind him. Josh, a little bit too quick on exit, slamming into that wall. Doing too much damage though. These cars will take a beating. White flag lap, last lap of Heat 2. One more heat to go before we get to our feature race. I think it's 50 laps here tonight at Lanier National Speedway. This track is going to get slick. Alright, let's see if the results play fair this time. All right, in 5th place we had Bryce Freeze. Oh my gosh. No, results don't seem to want to work tonight. Okay, so that's heat 1. There's heat 2. Bryce Freeze in 5th. 4th, Josh Roberts. Jonathan Foxworth in 3rd. Kelly McKellen 2nd. And Kent McLean, our heat 2 winner. Quickly, let's get to the grid of this one here. Heat 3. Travis McDonald and Mikey Mixer on that front row. Chris Potter and Dawson Potter. That always gets me. Perotta and Potter. Chris Perotta and Dawson Potter on that second row. Tina Davis on that third and final row. Yeah, our last heat race before the feature race here tonight. Where's that Red Bull? I need it. Now, for those of you tuning in for the first time or coming in with the raid, this is iRacing, iRacing.com. It's a online racing simulation. Features 4 sort of core racing styles: dirt racing, NASCAR or oval racing, road course, and rally cross. And it's an online racing sim that's given, like myself, I think I've put about 2-3 grand into my setup with my seat, my rig and stuff. People take it quite seriously. This is an online racing league. A bunch of people racing all over the world, mostly America. Alright, heat 3. This is Bob, Travis McDonald, our race leader, Mikey Mixter, Chris Perotta, Dawson Potter, and Tina Davis, 5-car field. Travis McDonald was our previous race winner, and as per the race rules, will go to the rear of field in the feature race. So it doesn't matter where he finishes here tonight, he will go to the rear of field. Everyone above and behind him will come forward one spot. Second, third, fourth, hotly contested right now. Mikey Mixter currently has it. Chris Potter, Dawson Potter, third and fourth. But watch out for Chris. He is down low trying to make things work. Loading him after the banner on the front there. Come around white flag lap. This is going to be the last run as Chris got something he can throw it in deep for a slider. He just stay down low. He will stay down low. He does have that nose ahead a little bit, but can he get the 3 and 4 in time? Travis McDonald will get the checkered flag. Who's going to be second or third here? Mikey Mixer, Chris Perotta. What a battle. Candle 10. Hey mate, I really love your stream. Enjoy being part of your fan community. Would you mind adding me on Discord? My username is TwitchLover09. Let me just get these results out of the way. Tina Davis in 5th. Dawson Potter 4th. Chris Perotta 3rd. Mikey Mixter 2nd. And Travis McDonald, our Heat 3 victor. Alright, as they line up for the feature race here tonight. Jim Revis, Kent McLean will be on that front row. Travis McDonald will move to the rear of field. So Kelly McKellen, Chris Sanders will be on that second row. Wayne Bridges and Mikey Mixter, third row. Fourth row will be Chris Perotta and Jonathan Foxworth. Fifth row is going to be Josh Roberts and Mike Davis. Sixth row, Brian Angel and Dawson Potter. Tina Davis and Bryce Freeze on that 7th row. And on the 8th and final row. No, Travis isn't moving to the rear. I guess because of the other race, they're not doing it that way because they've missed that race. So yeah, look, I don't really do the Discord thing. Like, by all means, stick around and get to know us all and be part of the community, and we organically become friends, and sure, but nah, I'm good. Thanks for the offer though. Alright. Alright, Jim Rivers, Kent McLean, Travis McDonald, Chris Standridge, Jonathan Cox, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis, Chris Pryor, David Dawson, Potter, Josh Roberts, Bryce Freeze, Brian Angel, Tina Davis, the final row. Here we go, it is. Oh, it's the Consi. That's why, it's the Consi Bob, 15 lap Consi. The top 3 qualifiers from the feature have gone, the heats have gone through, straight through to the feature race. Why did I not remember we have a constellation race, Bob? Idiot. So the remaining cars that didn't qualify will race it out. That's the order they'll qualify in based on their 15 lap dash. Although it seems to have scored everyone, I'm confused. Let's just have a quick look. I think everyone's just gone straight through to the Consi. For the 15 lap dash, and then however they finish is how they qualify. Which is not normally how it goes. It does normally go with the heat winners going straight through to the feature. The other remaining 12 cars should have raced it out. But excuse me, the format not correctly applied tonight, it seems. So halfway mark of our 15 lap Conti, and looks like Kent McLean just moving ahead of Jim Revis. Strength of that battle. Jonathan Foxworth there. Here we go. So Jim was down low, Kent's up high. It's Dirt Warrior Racing versus Triple Groove Racing. Kent running that high line more often than not before that track slicks in. If you could be in between the car below you and the wall, have your nose sort of clean, then you will get the straightaway exit from 4 or 2 out of those turns and get that run down the straightaway, make it to the start finish line pretty much first every time. That's allowed Kent McLean to take the constant race lead, Jim Revers in second, Chris Standridge third. 4 laps remain before our feature race. Davis just inside the top 10, currently 9th with Wayne Bridges behind him, Chris Pryor ahead of him. Also see Mike Bridges and McKellen battling their way up into the top 5 contention. One more lap to go in this one. Jump up to Kent McLean, our race leader. Dawson Potter, we did see him down low, but he is lap trapping. He's not second place. That's why he's super down low, staying out of the way of the boys so they can race their way through. So Kent McLean, that will lock in the Consi battle, the B-main win here. What did that say on his rear? Missed it. Something about Sunday something. All right, now this is the time I believe Travis will go to the rear of a field for our main event battle. Our feature race. It's going to be Kent McLean and Jim Rever starting on the front row. Chris Dandridge and Kelly McKellen second. Third row will be Jonathan Foxworth and Chris Perotta, Mikey Mixter and Wayne Bridges on that fourth row. Fifth row will be Mike Davis and Brian Angel. Sixth row is going to be Bryce Freeze and if I get that right. Lost my spot. Chris Dandridge, Kelly McKellen, Mike Davis. Fifth row is Mike Davis and Brian Angel. Sixth row, Bryce Freeze and Tina Davis, Josh Robertson, Dawson Potter. Seventh row, and on that eighth and final row, Travis McDonald. I'll get it right in a moment. How many laps is this one? Yeah, 50 lap battle here at Lanier National Speedway. This one is going to be a doozy. I said the boys had a week off from racing duties just due to the weather conditions in the States. Still not fully recovered from it all, as we can tell by the 15-car count. But the racing must go on. Up where we left off from the Conti battle, with the exception of current rear of field. This one is underway. As you would expect from Kent McLean, and I think they're both delivered. This time Kent down low for a little bit there. He's going to run up high a little bit into the slick. Full caution out. Let's see. Crashing though. Bryce Freeze in the pit lane, but can't see why. Let's have a look from here. Oh, I think we missed him, Bob. I think we missed him. Something happened down low, spun out by the looks of it. I think I did see that happening. Just couldn't see what. What there he is there. Oh, just checked up a bit, got caught in the slick, got a bit wide. One of the cars unable to avoid the rear there. Bryce back on the track there. We see him at the rear of field there. Jim Rivers front row, Chris Dandridge, Kim McKellen second row, third row with Jonathan Foxworth and Mikey Mixter, fourth row Mike Davis and Chris Perotta, Brian Angel, Wayne Bridges, fifth row, Josh Robertson, Joseph Bell, sixth row, Dawson Potter and Tina Davis on that seventh row. There's Bryce Freeze, who'll be on that eighth and final row. And of course the pace car leave the track. Pace car today, no pace truck. Off we go. 350 back underway. There has been a crash already, though we did see that in the background. Wayne Bridges. Looks like with the new update, it's not showing the crashes. That's wonderful. It always breaks something. I have to wait for the little micro update to refix that. So misplaced comma. Tricky start this one. Wayne Bridges and Bryce Freeze both having off the start there. Basically the same lineup as before. Ken McLean and Jim Revis front row, Chris Kelly second. Speedman Bandit, Mikey Mixer on that third row, Chris Potter, Michael Mad Dog Davis fourth, Dawson Potter and Brian Angel fifth row, Travis McDonald and Tina Davis on that sixth, Bryce Reese and Josh Roberts and Wayne Bridges. Well, Bryce Reese, Tina Davis, Josh Roberts and Wayne Bridges. Pace cars left the track. We'll get this one back underway. Hopefully full green flag lap. They'll get up to speed and get this race happening. Part of that action. And then is Kelly McKellen. Jim Rivers kept in lane. Playing up today. Race leader Jim Revis. Standridge jumping on might be top 5. Sorry about that. Solid laps, lap 9 here. I've really done in a while. Let's jump into Jim Revis' car. So up my side at the moment with Kent McLean, but we'll just see what's going on from his point of view. This is what he'll see. So as much as we can see of Kent's car there, that's how much he can see. You can look to the left and right a little bit. I don't think we can. Play out some more here as they're side by side. Sunday money, what it says, Bob. Back to Kent McLean's race car. Kent McLean, of course, he is Heavy Plumbing Services sponsor of tonight's round. So wants to do well. Did win the Price Seasons KP Plumbing Modified Championship. Only person to take out his own sponsored race championship. A little bit of a bump there as Kent. Oh, a little bit of a bump there. I was going to say as Kent McLean was able to get around, get his car a little bit further ahead of Jim Revis's, but there was a crash there. Looks like since I've reloaded everything, the crash is coming in proper now as well. Look out. Just watch that play out again. Jim just appeared to lose a little bit of momentum through that slick. Chris just kept all of his, and unfortunately coming into contact. Chris Pryor also getting caught up in that. Third caution for the night. Race back underway, lap 15 of 50. A little under a third of the way into this battle. Kevin McLean and Gallagher Helen, the new front runners. Back in 11th, caught up with Cristiano Spritzbrota that prior incident. Mike Mission, Mike Davis, the new top 5. Start all the way up into 7th. Bryce Freeze 8th, Dawson Potter 9th, Wayne Bridges 10th, 11th, Joseph Roberts, Brother, and Davis. A lot of room though to use there track wise. It looked like through 1 and 2. Route 4 is a little bit more slicker it seems. One on entry is not great. Just a lot of tacky stuff up high for those guys that do like to run outside the slick. Keep a lot of vibe. That will change over the next 30 laps though. Anywhere and you've got no grip. Lane, looks like he's broken away from Callum McCallum a bit there, about 6, so just over half a second lead. Jonathan Foxworth in 3rd. That's Financial 4th and 5th. Mike Newton's the ball back to 6th there, which we're still back in 7th. Just there. My beautiful face. Would be remiss not to mention that thing on top of the car there on his roof above the Mad Dog phrase. Here's my beautiful head. Halfway mark, 25 in, 25 still to go. KP Plumbing Services Dirt Street Stocks here at the New National Speedway. Group Racing's Josh Roberts. Davis behind him. Bryce Freeze like the traffic build up ahead. Flag race, just the 3 cautions so far. 3-4. Yeah. Track set. Track map there, Callum through the outside Kevin McLean and rather breaking away even further from that field. In how to handle lead traffic. Drop down low, just come past. That's right. right. The camera's really loving Josh at the moment. I had switched it around a bit to try and sort of pick up some other racing. Try and see where there was some competitive battles going on, things like that. But it really felt like that area was the area it wanted to focus on. Currently at the top 5 spot right now, Brian Angel. We see Travis McDonald is there in 6th. Mike Wicks has fallen back to 7th. Look, a bit of contact there between Lieutenant Davis and Brian Angel. Lieutenant Davis up high there. So Mike Wicks has to drop down. Travis goes low past Tina. The top 5 battle. Kellen McKellen, Jonathan and Fox, but they've all broken away from that main top 5 pack. And quite considerably from 2nd and 3rd, but 2nd and 3rd also considerably from 4th there. Caution has come out. Bryce. Machine there. Just contact with Jim. Spins both cars around. The 11 a little bit leak there too, so maybe some internet issues. Leading to that, our 4th caution for the night comes out of lap 39. That will reset the field. Bunch of heading into the pits. Bryce Reed's Rich Broder, Kenny Davis, Dawson, Potter. Potter Dawson has parked it. Wish you the best of luck, Dawson, on your next lot of racing. Line back up, and will likely be the last green flag run of the session. They are back in the races. Sorry, I just off mic for a moment. Kevin McLean, Kellen McKellen, Jonathan and Fox with Mike Davis, Brian Angel with 5, 6 to 10, Charles McDonald with Mikey, Victor, Josh Roberts, Wayne Bridge, Chris Dandry, the 11 to 15, Jim Revis, Chris Potter, Bryce Freeze, Tina Davis, and Dawson Potter. Just the 14 cars though on the field. Dawson has popped that car on. No, he's back out. He must have had some connection issues. He's rolling back out on to the field by the pit exit. So try and see how the final 10 laps. I can call what I see, but every time I go through the camera it changes to something else. As caution that comes out. Chris Standridge, 22. There he is there, the 22 machine head out. That was Chris Standridge. Contact with Wayne Bridges, 22. Unfortunately gets shunted down into the infield wall, comes out worse in that situation. Spectator. Alright, I wonder if this one will be a single file restart. Looked like I think Tina Davis and that last car was Dawson. Potter getting the wave around there. Dawson 6 laps down, so I don't know if there will be enough time to get him back onto the lead lap. That's car coming in, yeah, single file restart here. Cameron McLean, Kelly McKellen, Jonathan Fox, Travis McDonald, Mike Davis, Brian Angel, Mikey Mixter, Josh Roberts, Wayne Bridges, Jim Ravis, Chris Potter, Bryce Freeze, Chris Devers, Tina Davis, and Dawson. Potter 15 cars, just 7 laps remain. Can Kent McLean hold on? Fight, so Jonathan Fox and Travis McDonald has raced rear of field to 4th place. Brian Angels there, Mike Davis, Mike Mixer, Josh Roberts, Jim Rivers, Wayne Bridges, Chris Potter, Bryce Freeze, Chris Sanders, Tina Davis, Dawson Potter is the field still as we get this one up to full speed. No, we don't. Caution out. Oh, looks like it might have been Chris again. Not having a good run here at the final stages. Coming a bit tight, nose touches into the wall, the car spins out. I don't know, Dawson Potter, sorry, getting small wave rounds there. Standard still in the pits. It's be another single file restart of the course. It's only going to be a handful of laps to go. As we get this one back underway, let's try and get back straight to race cams. Just out the front, we'll just watch out the final 5 laps from Kent. Point of view as he tries to keep Kelly at bay. Kellen's into his own problems back there. Let's have a look at that. Jonathan Foxworth and Travis McDonald all vying for second spot with Kelly McKellen. Back by Jonathan and Foxworth, and that's going to be Jonathan and Travis fighting side by side. Kelly's going to have enough room to go up high again, so he might try and rejoin that 3-wide battle. And, I might have jinxed Kelly second back and forth. Travis up into that second spot as he battles Jonathan Foxworth for the relative lead. Laps, and we'll just get straight back up to our race winner here. Is going to come into 3 and 4 for the final time. Kent McLean, the Hitman, Sunday Money. And then coming through tonight, he's normally the UMP guy. So the broadcast is alternating competition. So sometimes some of the other guys do well in the street stock version of the comp, and then the alternating week, so the others will do better in the UMPs, things like that. But this man here getting it done in the street stocks. The official results up on the screen. Dawson Potter, KHR's very own, in 15th. Yoda Outlaws, Chris Sanders 14th. Motorgy Mafia's Bryce Freeze in 13th, with Tina Davis 12th. Motorgy Mafia and Lunatic Racing's Chris Perotta in 11th, I think. I'm not sure. Let me try and get these results back up. There we go. Triple Groove Racing's Josh Roberts in 10th. Wayne Bridges 9th with Yoda Outlaws. Brian Angel in 8th. Bottom feeder Speedco's Mikey Mixter 7th with Dirt Warrior Racing's Jim Ravis in 6th. Modigi Mafia picked up the 5th and 4th spots with Mike Davis and Kelly McKellen. The B-Main Bandit Jonathan Foxworth finished in 3rd. Travis McDonald, our points, points leader and winner from our last race, in 2nd. So congratulations to him. What a comeback that was. But Kent McLean, our race winner for Triple Groove Racing. Let's try and get the label thing working properly. There we go. So this update's kind of missed a few things I hadn't realised. We'll jump into the feature booth. Make sure the interview channel is open. We'll just wait for Kent McLean's arrival. There he is. Congratulations, Ken McLean. Week off from racing, so we didn't get the Limaland's UMP race just yet. I think that'll come in the off week in a week or so's time. But week off, well rested it seems. You came out swinging, got that Heat 1 victory, and then what happened with the Consi? Obviously, normally the heat winners will go through. I feel like that was a mis setup in the race tonight, where the full field raced the Consi.
No, Josh just set it up, I believe, where it would, it really didn't matter if you won the heat races. Consi kind of threw, like a wild card. If somebody else did win, then the heat winners aren't just starting up front. So.
Now, pretty much between the Consi and then you picked up pretty much where you left off straight away in the feature race. That battle with Jim was pretty intense. A lot of side-by-side racing. Kind of flipped the script a little bit in the Consi versus the feature race, where you were up high a lot more in the Consi and he was down low in those battles. Was that... a lot of the guys tried to stay high for as long as they could. Was it just that little bit extra good momentum and bite up there, or you're normally obviously the low line guy eventually, but
yeah, the high line I normally hate, but I knew at this track follow the leader ain't gonna get it done, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna send it up top and hopefully I can build up enough momentum. And he might make a few just minor mistakes where I can just inch on him a little at a time. That's what ended up happening. I was able to build up that momentum and get by him. And then usually at this track, it's bottom dominant. The top will come in for about 10 to 15 laps.
Yep.
I've seen it happen before. And then it goes right back to the bottom. It don't matter if it's just black as the ace of spades, it's still going to be faster on bottom as long as you can run it and throttle control. So, in the feature, I couldn't shake Jim for the longest. He was just stuck to that outside because he was carrying a little bit more momentum than me. And, but I eventually, there was quite a few cautions tonight. But I don't know if that saved me or helped me, hurt me, helped me. I'm not really sure, but all in all, it was a good race.
It was. There were a lot of good battles throughout the field. Those are one-on-one battle, positional battles. A lot of side by side in the feature at the end there. Kind of you got to feel for Jim. He came back. He almost made it back into that top 5. Only got 6th in the end, but Kelly McKellen became your new opponent. But by the time sort of he had a real decent shot at you, it was single file restart, so it was kind of a bit tricky and dying stages of the race. But
well, I did about mess up one time.
Yeah.
And because I was watching my relative, and I moved up high right before just to save a little bit of tire. I was just kind of putting around the top, not really putting, but I was just trying to get it in the moisture up top to not burn my tires up. And because I really didn't know where percentages were, and especially with battling Jim at the first, I really wasn't driving it too hard, but I wasn't just babying it either. So. Um, I went up high on one of them restarts, and he was just right there, and it was like point 0.1, point 0.2, and I didn't want to come down and chop him, and so I stayed up high, and then I don't know if he like got loose or something, because all of a sudden it showed like it was point 0.1 or point 0.2, then it went to point 0.6, and I was like, well, here's my chance to get back down low. So because I knew the low line was faster, but yeah, he did scare me late in the race because of my boo boo I made. But yeah.
Now, the bit that I was going to mention with that, obviously Kelly finishing in fourth, Jonathan Foxworth and Travis McDonald, you definitely will need to go back and just because obviously you wouldn't have seen any of it, but the battle that they had, um, three wide, side by side, some tough racing. Kelly sort of fell back at one point, raced his way back into it at another point. There's some crazy battles. I feel like if there were, maybe that last 10 lap run, if there were those two cautions hadn't come out, then that run still happened. You got to wonder. Travis was coming. I feel like you could have had a third contender had those cautions not come out. So I feel like the cautions might have worked a bit just to reset, allow you to try things and sort of see where it was and adjust. Um, I think if that last green flag run had happened, it could have been quite interesting at the finish there. Just watching the way that those three battled, that run for second, third, and fourth was crazy, crazy to watch. And likewise down through the field, we saw Josh, Wayne, Brian, Mikey Mixter was another one. It was a part of a lot of good battles. Chris Dandridge just got caught up in a few things. Some great racing out there tonight. I know obviously um, the storm's still out there and affecting some of the drivers, so not everyone able to get out and race or not fully affected, but obviously clean up and things like that. But personally, just on that, how was it for you? Like we don't. I'm in Tassie, so we're pretty far down below the equator, so we don't get a lot of snow. I'm pretty much a couple hundred meters, if that, above sea level, so we don't have like snow and blizzards and things like that. But how did the weather affect you?
We got about 6 to 8 inches of ice fleet.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and the roads. There's still spots on the roads that's still pretty bad. My driveway is still completely 6 to 8 inch of ice. It's just driving on, leaving for work. You know, with running my own plumbing company, just back and forth, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just packed down, and it's still solid ice because the whole driveway is pretty much shaded, and it's probably, I don't know, I'd say a half mile long, and
Jeez.
it's solid ice. So then there's certain spots, roads, where they haven't cleared, and or where they partially cleared, and it's like one lane. It's a
Yeah,
mess.
yeah. No, it goes without saying, but be safe. Obviously, it's a double-edged sword. That one, having a plumbing business. Obviously, you'll pick up a bit of business in these sort of situations, but getting to and fro is the hazard in that respect. So no, be safe. But congratulations on the win here tonight. Obviously, the Keppel Plumbing Services Sunday night showdown as well. UMP's here again next week to wrap up the double week of racing. Sorry. Um, what do we got tomorrow night? We've got the Monday night modifieds and the Monday night mayhem. Where are we for that? Monday modified is going to be what 358 at Weed Sport. And then the mayhem is something crazy. What is it? Non-wing 360s at Kokomo. So that's not too bad. That's not too crazy. Looking forward to the obviously 358s. I know you'll be fine with, but going from 358s to non-wing 360s is going to be a bit of a curve. Any preparation you're going to do for that?
No, not really. I show up and race. The non-wings, for whatever reason, I'm more comfortable with the non-wings than in like the 358s, and I don't know. I get out there and I don't even worry about tire wear with them cars. I just give her the beans and let her eat. So um, those will definitely be fun. Uh, two tracks, I'm decent at them. It's not one of my favorites by no means, but uh, I'm sure it'll be some good racing. Definitely challenging.
That should be a good night. Well, best of luck with that. Before we let you go, obviously, it takes a team to do what we do. But friends, family, sponsors, who do you need to give a shout out to make it all as possible?
Yeah, the wife and kids for letting me do this. You, Bob, for the broadcast. Bottom Feeder Speed Company. That's Mikey's. He's helped me out on some of my paints and logos and all that. All the guys at KHR, all the admins for all the work they put in, um, and Josh for doing this on Sundays, and Wayne and Mikey on Mondays, and John for the Tuesdays late models. So we couldn't do it without each and every one of them.
I could not agree more. It's a good bunch, and yeah, you all sort of compliment each other. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Best of luck with the racing tomorrow. As always, we'll have you back in the booth anytime we can. That part firmly in your control, but no doubt we'll be talking sometime soon. But until then, man, stay safe, and yeah, congratulations.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, mate. Bye. All right, that was Ken McLean, Triple Groove Racing driver, our winner here tonight for the KP Plumbing Services Sunday Night Showdown. Dirt Street Stocks at Lanier National Speedway. Thanks to the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. More Knuckleheadz action tomorrow night with the Monday Night Mayhem and Monday Night Modified series. Then we wrap up the racing week with the Yoda Outlaws late model series. I've also got some dumb gaming that I do Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 6 p.m. Australian till 11 p.m. Currently playing Batman Arkham Origins. Been playing through the Batman game. So if you're interested in watching an old guy play video games, jump scare right at the last second. Oh, who was that? Who was it? Griff, you bastard. Did that come through the stream? I hope it did. Yeah, I've got that. I've got my schedule all updated with the current races that we've got, plus the online stuff. Excellent, stuff's working. I'm getting stuff fixed. This is good. I like this. So at least you can hear what I'm overreacting about. Well, that wraps up tonight's racing broadcast. Back tomorrow. Thank you for the late arrival. Well, not the late arrival, you lurking Griff, but the late jump scare. I'll thank that Candy Candle unknown user on my Twitch dashboard, funnily enough. Also, Vic NZ, thank you for the raid. I gave him a shout out earlier. If you can see that, make sure you give him a follow on Twitch. He's a good guy. I think we had Ryken as well for the lurk. Yeah, we did. Ryken as well. Thank you, brother. Jim, thanks for the like just before. Vic said the raid. Kelly McKellen, Josh Roberts, Dawson, Potter. Catch us all again tomorrow to do it all over again. Oh, shit. You know the drill. My name's Bob. Love you all. Bye.